Krishna. Good morning, everybody. Hare Krishna. When the going gets tough, the tough get going with Krishna, with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the new mandate. The new injection mandate is inject Krishna into your life at least 3 or 4 times a day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna Radha Govinda, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Woo, yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Anabolic beat.
Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Radha and Krishna, in Vrindavan Dham. Revive. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare. Woo! Ow! Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, my Lord Krishna, Radha, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Advaita. Woo! Freedom! Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gauranga, Nityananda. Gauranga, Nityananda. You're the real shelter in this world, man. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, the link is in the private chat, it's in the comments, it's on my timeline. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Yay! Woo! Whoa! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yay! This is fantastic, man. Looking at Krishna, hearing Krishna. That's where it's at. Surrendering to Radha and Krishna, man. They're worthy, man. It's worth it. Hare Krishna. Radha Krishna Govinda. Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Radha, 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 Radha. Woo! Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radha, Radha, Govinda. Govinda, 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 Govinda. Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, oh, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda. Woo! Radha Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radha Govinda. Oh, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda. Radha Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Whoa, Krishna Radha, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Woo. Radha Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Woo! Oh my Lord. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hey, Freddie, River, Sachi, Shamagori. Who else we got here?
Purchase your tracks today.
Amy, all right. Janaki, Madhusudan, Eva, welcome. Johan. All right, we have the assembled and exalted devotees here who love relishing transcendental mellows. Ooh,
Purchase your tracks today.
purchase this track today. It's cheap, man. It's free. Hare Krishna. Get on Krishna's track and Radha's track and Lord Chaitanya's track, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I love it, man. No other way out, man.
Purchase your tracks today.
There's no other way but just be carefree and happy in Radha and Krishna, man, and Lord Chaitanya. The only door, man. Go in, man, and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Try this one. Hare Krishna. You know, today I was looking at Facebook, and this one lady was so emotional. River tagged me on it. She's in Australia. In Australia, they're all, submitting, complying, not all, but a lot of people, most maybe, complying. And she says, I have no other hope. I had hope in everybody. I had hope in all these, us getting together. Now I only have hope in God. And I just now I'm just thinking, that's like Draupadi. She lost all hope in even her husbands. Nobody, even her husband stood down. They couldn't help her. And then she surrendered to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. And then everything worked. Sometimes, we put our hopes in the government. We put our hopes in the government. I'll put you up there in a minute when I see you. We have our hopes in the governments and all of these other places. But ultimately, like now, we're a bit squeezed in a corner, man. Our hope has to be in God, really. And it works. It works so well. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There she is. Good morning there. Hare Krishna. Hey there. Hey Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, let's try a little japa here. Straight on japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where's that mouth moving? I can see you there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Where's that beat bag? Hare Krishna. See, here's mine. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Yeah, this bhakti grows. It's like a garden, man. Yeah, so we're sowing the seeds and cultivating here every day. It grows. It sprouts and then grows more and more and more. It's a garden, devotional garden. The greatest wealth we're cultivating here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Thanks for using
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tenth Canto, The Lifting of Govardhan Hill by Krishna, our Lord Krishna. Very strong personality. Let's see here. Jai Srila Prabhupada. After accepting the sannyas, that's wrong one. Shukadev Goswami said, while staying in that very place with his brother Baladev, while staying in that very place with his brother Baladev, Lord Krishna happened to see the cowherd men busily arranging for a sacrifice. Lord Krishna happened to see the cowherd men busily arranging for a sacrifice to Indra. Being the omniscient supersoul, the Supreme Lord Krishna already understood the situation. Yet he still humbly acquired from the elders, headed by his father, Nanda Maharaj. He still humbly inquired from the elders, headed by his father, Nanda Maharaj. Lord Krishna said, "My dear father, kindly explain to me what this great endeavor of yours is all about." See, this great endeavor. This is so Krishna. He wants to make it easy for everybody. People, they're doing sacrifices. See, we have to live by sacrifice. When you do, even going to work every day, you're living by sacrifice. You're sacrificing your time and your energy, right? And to serve, right? You're serving others. This is because we're built for that. We're spirit, soul, and our nature is to serve. Even when we're serving Maya, it bewilders us and we think we're masters. See, this is the thing. The Lord wants to help things make it easy, because this service in this world is so hard. You're serving others always. I got to serve this. Sachi knows all about this. I got to serve this person, and still, I feel guilty I didn't serve that person, right? And then I got to serve that person because I feel guilty because this other person needs to be served, and you get with them burnt out. Always more, it's hard work to do all that. So the lesson, what is the purport of this? Even Krishna and Vrindavan is seeing they're getting all this ingredients for this big sacrifice. For Indra, who's still a demigod. He's not Shuddha Bhakta. He's a demigod in the higher planets. See, and this is in the world, people are serving not the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not meditating on that Supreme Lord. Because the Lord, if you do that, for that person, there's no other duty really than meditating on that Lord. See? And of course, if you got to work, you work. You got to just be real, just do these things, But hey, man, meditating on the Supreme Lord gives a result of happiness, an experience of life that is none other. It's just fantastic. It's really wonderful. You become as carefree as the Lord in whatever situation you're in. Even now, even in this situation. You know how many people, it's, this one lady, she was like, "Oh man, what the hell's going on, man? I have no other hope but in God." You think that's a bad thing? That this whole thing was to put her there before she had hope in everything else. See? So this is a boon for the devotees. It was a boon for Maharaj Parikshit he only had 7 days, and he thought, wow, this is really great. Now I can completely surrender myself to the Lord. And we're put in this situation just like him. He didn't ask for it. He only had 7 days to live. And he surrendered to the Lord and went back to Godhead. And we're in a situation, the whole world is in that situation. The Lord has cut off everything to realize we have no hope in the world. You can't trust the politicians. They're all lying. They're all servants of his dark shadow, really. Can't trust the doctors, actually the nurses are the ones you can trust better. They're the ones holding out, most of them. The nurses, but so basically we're being forced in a corner to trust God. See, so Krishna's saying, what are you doing over there, you residents here? Let's see how the story unfolds here. It's getting good already. So, my dear father, kindly explain to me what this great endeavor of yours is all about. What is it meant to accomplish? If this is a ritual sacrifice, then for whose satisfaction is it intended, and what means is it going to be executed? See this is Krishna's intelligence. He's, a lot of people, they're worshiping God, but their understanding of God is not very good, not very deep. See, they don't worship God because they don't have this kind of intelligence. So Krishna does. See, we take shelter of Krishna, and then we get this kind of intelligence. Yeah, You become more intelligent. You can analyze things better. Okay? This is the main shelter here. Hare Krishna. So please tell me about it, O Father. I have a great desire to know, and I'm ready to hear in good faith. Certainly, no secrets are to be kept by saintly personalities. Certainly, no secrets are to be kept by saintly personalities who see others as equal to themselves, who have no conception of mind or others, and who do not consider who is a friend and who is an enemy, and who is neutral. Certainly, no secrets are to be kept by saintly personalities who see others as equal to themselves, who have no conception of mind or in others, and who do not consider who is a friend, who is an enemy, and who is neutral. One who is neutral may be avoided like an enemy, but a friend should be considered like one's own self. When people in this world perform activities, sometimes they understand what they are doing and sometimes they don't. Those who know what they are doing achieve success in their work, whereas ignorant people do not. When people in this world perform activities, sometimes they understand what they are doing and sometimes they don't. See, this is the purpose of knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. See, it helps us understand what we're doing. Otherwise, we don't understand. We're just ignorant. See, and so therefore, the result is going to not be very good. We don't know what is the greatest activities. Such being the case, ritualistic endeavor of yours should be clearly explained to me. Is it a ceremony based on scriptural injunctions or simply a custom of ordinary society? Is it a ceremony based on scriptural injunction or is it simply a custom of ordinary society? Nanda Maharaj replied, the great Lord Indra is the controller of the rain. The clouds are his personal representatives. You know what? I'm going to go to something else. We're going to go to another thing. Matter of fact, we're going to chant a little bit more. I don't know what's going on here, but something's happening.
Bluetooth connected.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Come on, let's get some people up here, some more people. Be participants now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. There we go. Got one more. Good. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Gauranga Nityananda 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra. Hare Krishna. Madhya Lila, Chapter 9, the story of Sridhar. Please listen.
Professional mode.
Please listen attentively to the narration. Please listen attentively to the narration. To this narration of the Madhya Kanda. Because it depicts the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Hear now the description of Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprakash Leela, his great revelation. For this fulfills the desires of all Vaishnavas. The Lord manifested the glorious Satya Prahabhava, the 21 hours of devotional ecstasies. I don't like this. There you go. There we go. Much better. The 21 hours of devotional ecstasies. In this pastime, he wonderfully revealed his different incarnations, astonishing, feasting, and freely gave away pure Krishna prema to the devotees. All the Vaishnavas honored the Lord in a grand bathing ceremony known as Raja Rajavera, which is fit only for the most powerful kings of the universe. Oh no! Shoot. Okay. Got a coffee spill here. Okay.
Not only do you have a spill, but you lost your coffee.
Yeah. Oh well. Have to take shelter here, Lauren. Luckily, I have a backup. I'll keep it over here. Uh, so one day, Gaur Sundar came to Srivas Pandit's house, accompanied by Nityananda, who was beside himself with joy. Gradually, all the Vaishnavas assembled there. Gaur Sundar, who was engrossed internally, looked about himself, just as a regal personality surveys his surroundings with intensely powerful glances. Lord, oh, Lord Gaur Sundar. Lord Gaur Sundar. Gaur Sundar, who was engrossed internally, looked about himself, looked about himself, looked about himself, looked about himself. Just as a regal personality surveys his surroundings with intensely powerful glances. The devotees could perceive the Lord's mood, and immediately they started a loud kirtan. On previous days, the Lord would dance in the ecstasy of a devotee, servant of the Supreme Lord. Then, changing that mood momentarily, he would reveal his identity as the omnipotent Supreme Lord. He would reveal his identity as the omnipotent Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, Krishna. Ah. Ah. However, today, to the good fortune, the mood would quickly change, and he would again revert to the mood of a devotee. However, today, to the good fortune of the assembled devotees, the Lord stood up as if to dance, as usual, but then instead sat on the throne of Lord Vishnu. But instead, then sat on the throne of Lord Vishnu. On previous occasions, the Lord would sit on Vishnu's throne immersed in devotional ecstasy as if unaware of his own conduct. Not today. Today he did not conceal his real identity with the cloak of his internal energy, but instead sat on the throne continuously for 21 hours. Sat on the throne continuously for 21 hours. The devotees stood in front of him with folded hands and hearts effervescent with joy. The devotees stood in front of him with folded hands and hearts effervescent with joy. It was a wonderful sight. The devotees were fully content. Spontaneously they expressed, "We have entered Vaikuntha. We have entered Vaikuntha. We have entered Vaikuntha." I have entered Vaikuntha and beyond. What about you guys?
I enter and then I back out. And I enter and I back out.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. The Lord sat amidst all. The Lord sat amidst all, as the Lord of Vaikuntha, and everyone present became free from the influence of the material illusory potency. That's what happens here. We become free being in the truth, in the Lord. Lord Chaitanya instructed, "Sing that bathing song." The devotees were very pleased and began to sing. In time with the song, the Lord gently swayed his head from side to side. In time with the song, the Lord gently swayed his head from side to side and showered the devotees with merciful glances. Responding to the Lord's mood, the devotees performed the Abhishek. The devotees responding to the Lord's mood. The devotees performed the Abhishek. Bathing ceremony. First, the devotees brought water from the Ganga and strained it. First, the devotees brought water from the Ganga and strained it. Then, in the correct proportions, they added musk, sandalwood paste, saffron, camphor. Feeling increasing love for the Lord, they carefully prepared all the items. Feeling increasing love for the Lord, they carefully prepared all items, which readily with jubilant shouts. When ready, with jubilant shouts, they began the ceremony and chanted the appropriate mantras. Lord Nityananda was the first to pour water upon the Lord's head in great pleasure. Lord Nityananda was the first to pour water on the Lord's head with great pleasure. He kept repeating, Jai, 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 Jai. Lord Nityananda was the first to pour water on the Lord's head, and he kept repeating, Jai, Jai. Other leading devotees like Advaita and Srivas Pandit bathed the Lord, chanting the famous Purushotta Shakta prayers. The devotees of Lord Gauranga are very well versed in the scriptural sciences, and they poured the water to accompaniment of suitable Vedic hymns and mantras. Lord Nityananda was the first. Mukunda and others were sweetly singing the bathing ceremony song, while other devotees wept and danced, overwhelmed with happiness. Mukunda and others were sweetly singing the bathing song ceremony, while other devotees wept and danced, overwhelmed with happiness. The respectable chaste wives were ululating with joy. The entire assembly was immersed in an ocean of bliss. The Lord of Vaikuntha, Sri Gauranga, remained seated, and the devotees, one by one, poured water upon his head, bathing the Lord. Usually on such religious occasions, 108 pots of water are required, but today the number were far exceeded. So Tom, you got the same book, right? Yeah, you do. So just pick it up and start reading. Madhya Lila, chapter 9. It looks like it's on the third page, the second paragraph. Even. Starts with even.
Madhya Lila, chapter 9. Hare Krishna, Hare
Fix the
Krishna,
music.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This isn't the. This is Madhya Kanda, chapter 9. It says the story of Sridhar.
Yes. Yeah, go to the third page, second paragraph.
Hare Krishna,
Even.
Hare Krishna.
Starts with even.
Okay, yes, I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Sri Lakara Haridas. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare. Wow. Even Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jai Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Even the demigods arrived. Even the demigods arrived. Not wanting to miss the opportunity, to make spiritual progress, but they maintained a disguise, preferring not to be recognized.
See, we're doing the same thing now. You know, here we're making spiritual progress. This bathing ceremony is going on by mantra. It's the same thing. It's done by real devotees here, devotees who have real attraction and a relationship with the Lord. So people coming here are making spiritual advancement. You're developing your bhakti. See, you're investing your time. People do it with fruitive activities in the world, and the fruits are mundane. This is all spiritual fruit. We're gonna get. See, we're making spiritual progress in this way. See, progress in getting connected with spirit, awakening our own spirit. See, so we can back in and never back out. See, after a while, you trust the Lord. You realize, oh man, this is the real shelter. What the hell are you going to back out for? Back out into what? Into the Maya? What good is that? The being in, everything is in the Lord. It's in Jesus, in Krishna. That's where shelter is. It's in God, literally. That's what the lesson is of this whole thing going on here. When Hiranyakashipu took over the universe, there was no shelter. People couldn't go anywhere. They had to go, and the ones who understood, they took shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like Prahlad did. See, and look what happened. The Lord saves the day. He's already saving the day. He saved the day with Prahlad even before he appeared, because Prahlad was as carefree as the Lord, even in that situation, with all these demons everywhere causing problems. It was, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I have a question. Why they maintained and disguised, preferred not to be recognized?
But he didn't want to disturb the activities. See, the Lord's pastimes are going on. So, to go and to, to show something, it's like, upstaging. You ever seen this? There's a play going on and somebody comes out to upstage what's going on. So the demigods don't want to upstage the Lord. They would, if they came and showed, the four heads and whatever they got, their extraordinary appearance, it would disturb the pastime. So they want to upstage it. They just wanted to come and appreciate the Lord. They didn't want to come and interfere. Even Brahma, when he goes to Vrindavan, and Narada, they just sit there and they watch, they look at the pastimes of the Lord. They don't want to disturb it.
So it's a submissive approach.
Yeah, and not only so, but they understand the mentality of the Lord. It's like here, there's some pastimes going. This is a pastime of the Lord. This is a training. Sometimes people come here and they don't see what's going on. They come and they come in a different ras. Like, I don't like what you're doing. I hate you. I'm actually a demon. They come and they try to disturb the sacrifice here. They're not devotees, really. They're devotees in the version. And they come. It's like in Vrindavan. Occasionally the demons would come and Krishna would come and what are you trying to disturb our pastimes here? And it ends up becoming a pastime too, actually. So the residents always take shelter of the Lord. The same thing now. The demons are disturbing the demigods. They're disturbing people in the world. Unless you comply and become their slave, literally enslaved in an unthinking, battery in the matrix. Unless you comply to that. I mean, is that a nice proposition for anybody that has any friggin' intelligence? This is how many crazy idiots that are on the planet. They've been dumbed down. They're, oh yeah, what do you want? Oh, give me that. Yeah, make me an automaton. And just like a battery in the matrix. That's what it is. Okay? But you see, it's all driving people to surrender to the Lord. Otherwise, they'll be taken out, and then gradually. Evolution, it's a long time. This is just a drop. This is just in eternity. So, it's an opportunity for us, isn't it? Opportunity for us. Opportunity for anybody. Many are called, but maybe fewer are chosen. But many are called. We call, hey, anybody, come take shelter here, man. It's fantastic. Come to the party. Do you see us sweating bullets here? You think I see anybody worried about anything? Well, some people might be here because they're backing in and backing out sometimes, but that's okay. Eventually, you're going to back in and stay in. It's worth it,
Well,
huh?
at least you're saying it's okay, because I don't have an answer why I back out. It just came.
Yeah.
The truth is, I don't stay in Vaikuntha and remain there. I don't.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
honest.
Yeah, that's good. That's all right. It's experience, gradually. We're all getting experience. Yeah. So anyway, it's here. The shelter is here. We're investing our time and energy in this. And this is our, anyway, this is just, you'll see more and more happiness. Go ahead there, Tom.
A drop of water. A drop of water offered to the Lord's lotus feet. A drop of water offered to the Lord's lotus feet, even just in meditation, is sufficient to ward off the punishment given out by the god of death, Yamara.
Yeah, and people think externally on this, but really a drop of water, even a drop of tear from your eye, offered to the Lord in meditation, when you're meditating on chanting his name or on his form and all this, and a drop of water comes, that'll save you from Yamaraj. We're not talking external stuff, man. This is the drop the Lord's looking for. One little friggin' drop. Is that too much to ask?
You're in a mood.
You see how this is all about? It's all internal. This is about inside. The real is, see, inside, when you're chanting Krishna's name or meditating on Krishna's pastimes, like that, and a drop of water comes, man. Oh, the Lord. Oh, wow. This is fantastic, man. See, this will protect us from Yamaraj. Oh, this person's a devotee. See, that's what you get here. You're protected from Yamaraj. People here, how many people have come here and honestly tears have come? Even one. Have you ever felt a tear, Sachi, come yet?
Of course. I've had
Okay.
a tear or two.
There's your wealth, man. That's your protection from Yamaraj over there. Those Yamadutas, they can't touch you because those little tears here and there come. Each drop is like money in the bank.
So long of following you, I've at least had a few tears. My gosh.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. More the better. How about you, Tom? You get a tear here and there coming?
Yes.
See? That's protection. You people out there, I bet that, what's his name? That Billy Gates guy. I bet he hasn't shed one friggin' tear. That guy is a poor man. Poor. My God, he's poor. Fauci, too. Those guys, I think Trump has shed a tear or two here and there. But I don't know about those guys. They better get their booties over here, man. And so they can shed at least one tear and protect them from all this mayhem they've created. But you see, you can't get out of serving the Lord. See, if you look from the broad perspective, okay, look from the big picture, they're serving the Lord, they're driving people. He drove that lady, lady, she had no hope. All her people are complying, they're all complying. Oh, give me this. Yeah, I'll take it. Sorry, Evo, I had to say, I'm not really saying too much about it. I'm just kind of gestures, AI is still stupid. They can't, pick it. They're only listen. So anyway, You know, drove her to God. She said, I only have hope in God. Hey, there's one saved soul there, man. You know, if she keeps, being driven to the Lord, this is the problem. These good people like this, before this thing has happened, they could care less about God usually. They go to church maybe once, who knows, maybe not at all. Never thinking, we're doing good, we have our little money and we have our nice house and our boats and our, never think about. Now people are being driven like, okay, well, this is the Lord's Maya. Where are you going to take shelter? Of creature comforts and all this nice stuff. It's all coming, they're coming to your door, all this stuff. What are you going to take shelter? So here, look at this. After a while you see, well, okay, where's your entertainment? This is everything here. This is shelter. This is entertainment. This is developing real knowledge here. Everything is here. Happiness in the heart, care, to feel at peace. This is what the Lord is just driving us into this direction. Just like Maharaj Parikshit. So that's why I say, in a sense, this is really a wonderful opportunity for people. Okay, go ahead there. Read on there.
What then can be said about the good fortune of the devotees who, by being present, were able to bathe the Lord directly?
Yeah. See, when you come to Sadhu Sangha, we're bathing the Lord here, and it's actually considered directly. See, when the tears come, because the tears came when they were doing it, tears come here. This is how powerful this Sadhu Sangha here. It's not just a ritualistic Sadhu Sangha. People come here and very quickly tears start to come from the eyes. See? Otherwise, some people go in Vaidhi and it's very hard to, any tears come because the peers that they're with, they don't have the tears yet. This is a very powerful Sadhu Sangha here because here it's internal. Very quickly you get the result. Go ahead, Tom.
What then can be said about the good fortune of the devotees who, by being present, were able to bathe the Lord directly? All this, all the servants and maidservants of Srivas Pandit's house also engaged in bringing water for the Lord. All the servants and maidservants of Srivas Pandit's house also engaged in bringing water for the Lord. The wonderful results. The wonderful results. The wonderful results one enjoys from serving the Lord. One enjoys from serving the Lord was simply proved by one incident.
This is yeah, we're going to get to that. This is what's going on here, the internal thing. You're learning on what we're all learning how to make the Lord happy. See, the devotees are all enjoying pouring water on the Lord. See, the internal meaning of that is coming to Sadhu Sangha is like the same thing that they were doing. They're coming to see the Lord. We're coming every day to see God by chanting his name. Where two or more are gathered in my name, in Krishna's name, in Lord Chaitanya's name, in Jesus' name. Okay? There they shall be in the devotee's name. See? So we're doing that. And many are on the effective stage. The effective stage is we come here and the tears start coming. See? This is giving great pleasure to the Lord. This is eternal benefit. This is what you take with you when you're out of here, man. Nothing else. All this stuff here people accumulate, all this is worthless, really. People don't know what is real value, what is real worth. It's this. This, what we're doing, is wealth. True value. You ever see those hardware stores? True value. Hey, this is true value. You know, this kind of thing. People don't know. What do you think? It's valuable going out there? Oh, all your work and all that stuff. Fine. Okay, survive. But don't neglect this. This is where true value is. True value is eternal. You know, everything I was reading, this Bhagavad, everybody should, you should get those on YouTube. Amala Bhaktidas has these great audios, and they're all up there. Just do a search on YouTube. Amala Bhaktidas. There are these narrations by him. They're fantastic, man. You can understand the essence of truth. Just listen to those things during, when you're around doing stuff during the day, and really listen. I mean, really listen. And you'll really, really learn something, because everything else is basically nonsense. Doesn't make any sense. The only sense is, okay, survive. Try to survive somehow or other in this world. This makes sense. There's the essence of truth in these things. And so it's good to be reminded. And it does a good job in these tapes. And they're all up there still. You might want to download them also. You can figure out how to download them on YouTube. There's a ways to do it with TubeMate and stuff. And because, the internet may go out, and you're just, you'll have this at least. This is real wealth here. I learned so much, man. I when I'm chanting now, all that stuff I study from Bhagavatam comes to bear. It's wonderful. So don't be lazy. Learn stuff, man. Really learn the essence of truth. This is what's really important. And it all helps in your chanting. All of Prabhupada's information he put in those books is wonderful. This is real life. There's no other real life in this world other than devotional connection, devotional worship, devotional understanding. Yeah, go ahead.
You were listening to those tapes, excuse me, but you were listening to those tapes 23 years ago, too.
Yeah, I mean, they're the great. And they have a Chaitanya Charitamrita narration by Amala Bhaktidas.
Yeah, for some reason it's titled, you can also see it under Maripal, M-E-R-O.
Yeah. That's the guy who puts them out. Maripal and Dugan or something. Yeah. Those are the guys that put them out. You'll see there's a playlist. The playlist on those things says like either 100 or 200 or 62. So there's one guy that does narrations and also purports. I mean, I don't like the guy's voice so much, but if you like it, great. You can hear the purports too. Okay, go ahead.
The wonderful result one enjoys from serving the Lord was amply proved by one incident. The wonderful result one enjoys from serving the Lord was amply proved by one incident. One of the maidservants, a pious woman named Duki. A pious woman named Duki said, was one of the carriers. Oh, my eyes. Okay. Was one of the water carriers. The Lord saw her actively engaged and told her, bring more. The Lord was so impressed with her devotional attitude that he changed her name to Sukhi, happy. Duki means sad. and Sukhi means happy.
Okay, you see, this is the result. Sadhu Sangha, ultimately, if you're not experiencing this now or you feel it intermittently, it becomes more and more steady, the happiness. You get more and more the shelter of the Lord, and then you experience devotional happiness, not material happiness from sense gratification. No, this kind gratifying the transcendental senses of God is it. This is eternal. This is forever. See, and that becomes more and more, you stay more and more steady, sukhi, happy. See, with devotion. See, happy. You realize, whenever the happy you feel like, distressed, because we're here in the material body, right? At these bodies, we're in the world, we're looking at miserable people. A lot of times people are very miserable. You look on Facebook, you can't help but be miserable now, looking at people, seeing what they're doing, So retreating to the Lord more and more, you stay more steady. You realize, this is happiness. Is my soul, my awakened soul. Okay? This is, you come here, your soul is going to be awakened, because that's what we do here. Matter of fact, unless you are around devotees whose soul is awakened, powerfully awakened, yours will not be. You'll just be, you'll go and be around unawakened persons, and that includes in religion. Okay? We were able to abandon religion and go into spirit. See, that can't add anything. These rituals can't add anything to me to be around unawakened thing. We're here to add to them if they want. See, this is real happiness. You want any chance of this, you got to be around awakened devotees who have found true happiness in the Lord, in God, like that. Okay? And then that's where you'll find the true treasure. That's the pearl of great price. When your soul is awakened and you find, my happiness is in Krishna, is in his name, in hearing his name. See? In meditating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, my happiness is there. See, that's how she became Shuki. She kept serving, and became very enthusiastic by that service. But so that's the same thing. When you feel enthusiastic coming here, see, we're serving to the point of enthusiasm, natural. Our soul is awakened now. Now we know what real life is. Otherwise, nobody knows real life. The modes are pushing them in the world, and more or less happiness, distress. That's the non-liberated condition. Here, every day, sadhu sangha, more awakening, more enlivenment, being in the Lord, more in that. See, this is intense devotional service. You become more like, I need this. This is my real life. We cannot imagine the result of that, but you get a taste of it already. I mean, God, the Lord shows me all these things. All this, like, wow, it's getting more and more exciting, more and more wonderful. How many years we've been doing this? A long time. Yeah. And it's just gets more exciting. It gets more interesting. This is, we've got the spiritual potency. If people, most Vaishnavas don't have this. They don't know what this is. They're not, they're just doing everything's external, like reading those pastimes, all external still. And that's what they do with the deities. They go and they get the water and put it over there. Nice ceremony. Yeah, great ceremony. But what is it, do you feel, are you that water that you're pouring? Is your eyes that container of water, pouring it on the Lord in meditation, on his pastimes, on the chanting? See, that's where it's all going. See? This is called internal bhakti. What you hear here, what you see here, what you learn about here is called internal bhakti. It's hidden in the Vedas. It's right there, but nobody sees it unless you hear it from an experienced devotee, that their eyes are those containers pouring water on the feet of the Lord. It's very rare what you're seeing and what you're hearing here. Okay? But that's what you get. More and more clarity on what is real treasure. See, what is real life. Without sadhu sangha like this, you're in the dream, man. You're just dreaming. Here you wake up. It's great, man. To wake up, become awake and alert. Right, Tom?
Yes. I feel this transformation of identity. The identification transfers. Before there was a position, her name was Duki, and then Suki. So there's a transformation going on here. She's receiving another identification point.
Yeah. Yeah. She came that by serving the Lord. And that goes, okay, people are starting serving like externally. Ultimately, it comes into you become happy in that really happy from your soul, because an awakened soul, not because you're supposed to do it and it's superimposing material feelings on your service. No, spontaneously this enlivenment comes. So we're here to facilitate, to speed up the process, speed up the evolution of that. We save lifetimes. What is the promise of those gurus? Many lifetimes before you get this prema, this enthusiasm. And what is the promise now? In this lifetime, tears will come, prema will come. See, we speed up the evolution. That is the power of this order of Prabhupada and blessing of Krishna. We've already done it in devotees here. They know. Ask Johan if he would reach this point without this connection, without this particular sadhu sangha. He would have went another 25 years trying to attain Krishna. And same for everybody that was part of that, Janaki, all of them. They know this was important to find real sadhu sangha here, where you powerfully are, your evolution in this Krishna consciousness is amplified like this, accentuated. This is why, this kind of association is rare. 550 years, what is given now has not been readily given. And now it's here. Now, 550 years have been more or less dry. After Vishwanath Chakravarti, he was the only pocket left after the Srinivas and Shamananda and all that. They all went back to Godhead, man. All their disciples, boom, gone. See? And this is revival. Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Siddhanta, Prabhupada were setting the stage for this to happen. See? Moses, let's put it like this. Moses, all the prophets were setting the stage for Jesus to come and give this Holy Spirit. See? What is being given here to the Vaishnavas? Radha, the devotional spirit, completes the sacrifice. This is where perfection is. Oh, wow. Now my devotees have pleased me. This is why I came to the earth, to the awakened spontaneous devotion. That's why Lord Chaitanya came. That's our work here. Whoever's ready to hear this message, even if they don't want to hear it, they hear it. Okay, so we got some questions. Read this, Tom.
Shamasundari, is it possible that soul is really awakened in mind dipped in depression and confusion? Is it possible that soul is really awakened and mind dipped in depression and confusion?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because that's part of it. See, because, the Lord is so merciful. He wants to give this awakening so that otherwise, what is our, people give up Krishna consciousness, or they just go into, it's just like going to church. It becomes like that. Oh, well, I don't want to go to hell, so at least I got to put my appearance in. Let's go for a Sunday feast. Let's look at each other's saris. Let's dress up, So the Lord, when you find real sadhu sangha, your soul is awakened. But, still you got habits. You still got this propensities to be in the world and worldly stuff. That's where the confusion is. So that's how you learn. You learn by dipping back into confusion of your old life and then having the awakening because of this. Don't forget that that what you got is developing because of this kind of association. And just keep dipping back into this until that starts to go by the wayside. Okay? Your confusions, your unhappiness, this becomes the lifestyle to stay shuki, stay in happiness, and the confusion will all go more and more and more. It's kind of like, that guy in the pastimes with Jesus. He was a centurion, and they made a movie of this, and it's called The Robe. He touched the robe, and the spirit went inside him. So he felt this enlightenment, the Spirit of God. And then the confusion came. See, his old life, his old conditionings. It was a war, it became a war. The whole movie is all about, you want to know what you can, and they just go see the robe. It's about this. See, the Lord's Spirit went inside, gave him a taste, went inside, and began warring with his own self. The Christians, St. Paul would talk about this. It's the, what do they call it? The agony and the ecstasy. The agony is the only, our old self and all of that. It starts to war, but ultimately spirit wins. Why? Because it's more powerful, more wonderful. And the illusion is just this dark thing. It's a dark shadow. You just let it go. Yeah.
So it's very natural to be in this washing machine. I think they call it marginal, in this twilight zone, up and down, back and forward, and it's clean. It's cleansing.
Yeah. Well, we're marginal anyway. Our soul sits on the fence of the material and spiritual potencies. So here we are, we happen to be in a material body, right? We're in a material body. So, and most people are not awakened that they can go and serve the transcendental form of the Lord. They don't know what it is, or they're just doing it in a pious way, like Dookie. Dookie she was a pious person serving God, just like a lot of people. But she did it, you notice, in association with ecstatic devotees, and very quickly became Suki. See, this is the method here. Same thing. You guys, many pious people, a lot of pious devotees out there doing the Vaidhi in ISKCON, in Gaudiya Smriti, Gaudiya Math, very pious, but not awakened yet. But if they come into this Sangha and do this kind of service here, Sadhu Sangha here, and chant around awakened devotees, like they were doing, like Dookie did, you follow in the footsteps of Dookie, you'll become Shuki. You become very happy in ecstatic devotional service. It's all going to ecstatic devotional service. If you're already doing that and you have spontaneous love of God, which I don't think many devotees really do, because I can look at their face and find out, I see it's just a lot of pious service. Very pious, and they serve gurus who are Raganuga, and they say, for you guys, many lifetimes before you get prema. See, if they come here, this lifetime they'll get it. If you develop faith in this preaching, man, you're gonna get it. You're gonna evolve like Johan, like Janaki, like Lalita Ganga. Like even Tom, you look at him, he was chanting these pastimes, he starts laughing. Ooh, this is what the Lord's accepting. He said, ooh, this person's really serving me. Ooh, Didn't you feel enlivened there, Tom, when you're reading like that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know why that? Because the Lord is enlivened. You'll see more and more. You realize, ooh, I'm serving God. I'm making God happy. And look at this. I'm happy too. What is this? I was flabbergasted because who am I? I was just I just keep doing, I don't know why. I just did it anyway. Keep serving the Lord. Something fall on my face, get back up, do this, do that, and then get back up and just keep doing this. See, every day, and all of a sudden I feel, God, I'm making you happy. I really could see that. The experience. I know it. Making God happy. And I'm happy at the same time. I was always wondering, the gopis are living for the happiness of the Lord. I think, how could anybody do that? What is that? How do I live the happy? I want to be happy. This is, be honest. Where are you on that? Do you see this? Because if you don't, you come here, you'll understand the resonance of Vrindavan's mentality, even though you're a schmuck like Gaur Haridas. You're a low fallen person. This is the power of my Lord and the disciplic line and the blessing of Prabhupada and Krishna and all of the Vaishnavas. Because I got nothing on my own, but they have somehow or other, they're doing it here. You want Vrindavan, you can get it here. You will feel like that. You will know when you're serving God, when you're chanting Krishna's name, and all of a sudden this spontaneous devotional love awakens in your heart. You say, oh, Radha's here. Krishna's here. They're happy. And I feel so happy being with them. There you go. Who's ever explained Vrindavan like that? No one. I haven't heard one person. And this is in the book and the experience of somebody before you to give you. Now, doesn't that give hope? If I can do it, anybody can do it. If you come here, you will see all of that. Many devotees are also already. Powerful association here. I haven't seen anywhere. Everybody's bluffers, man. So many bluffers out. Oh, walking around with big sticks and all that. Well, where's the big bhakti, man? Where's the big realization? To me, that's big. Where's internal is big, man? Where's the big internal bhakti being shown? Where's the big realization being expressed like here? Where is it? Nowhere except here that I've seen. Everybody else is prancing around with their nice dhotis, big sticks. Look at me, you guys. And everybody remains a peon. They, by hook or crook and crafty intelligence, somehow they got a big position. Hey, man, this is Kali Yuga. I just read this in 12th canto, man. Man, this, whatever I'm getting here gives me intelligence, because when I read those books, I see everywhere it's going on in the world. They're my eyes. Bhagavatam is my eyes. And then I look at this, man. It said that right there in 12th canto on Kali Yuga. I was listening. See, Mala Bhakti. I just listen while I'm driving, and I'm getting more and more awakened all the time, more and more enlivened. It's just like, whoa, wow, man, this is amazing, man. I see it over there. Then I have something to share with my friends. In Kali Yuga, I'll tell you, you can read this right there in the book. You can see the same thing. In Kali Yuga, these people, these sannyasis and Brahmins, will be sannyasis and Brahmins by their dress alone. They'll be sannyasis and Brahmins by their crafty intelligence. Crafty! Not because I want to be close to God. No, I want followers. I want to be in control. Many of them are demons. Asuras. That's why I say I don't have any faith in that. I don't care. You could even be pious. I still don't care. Pious ain't pious enough, man. No, not pious. Ecstatic devotee, man. Devotion. Intimacy. That's where it's at, man. It gives me freedom from all those guys, from all those big sticks and sannyasis. They have no power over here, man. None of their, being caught by Putana, being represented. You know what Putana is? Is a sannyasi with a big stick who has not attained the mood of Vrindavan, what I just explained to you and I show you here every day, that is, they're captured by Putana. They need help here from this Sudra here to get over it. Otherwise they stay. Look at me. And they show I am captured by, it's right in my eyesight. I see, look at this guy. They're standing up before the world saying, I'm captured by Putana. I'm captured by Putana. See, I'm captured by Trinavarta speculation. I'm captured by Putana by showing, look at me, I represent Radha and Krishna Vrindavan, but I don't have love of Krishna. That's Putana. You are captured by Putana. You need help, my friends. You need somebody anointed by the spirit of Vrindavan to free the captives, like that verse in the Bible that Jesus read. See? You got to have that. Yeah. This is the kind of mercy you get in real sadhu sangha. You're able to know these things. Otherwise, these things are your enemies. See? Enemies. But to me, good preaching material. Thank you. You're serving God in that way. Now, this is how now you're entered the pastimes of the Lord, because we're making people aware. That ain't good enough, man. You got to be a resident of Vrindavan to be a real guru now. To a real spiritual master. For those who are the sheep. Who are the real sheep of Krishna? That's who we're after, man. Do you really want Krishna? Because that's our job here, is to bring you to Krishna. Hey, man, while you're alive, man. While you're in a body, there's time. If any of those sannyasis who are still captured by Putana have not overcome Putana, until you really please Krishna and know that Krishna and Radha's pleasure is your pleasure, until you know that, you are not a representative of Vrindavan. And that is the truth, man. Does this make more sense than any of the other bullshit preaching you're hearing out there? Mm-hmm. Well, look at me. I represent Radha and Krishna. Well, where's the big bhakti, man? Where's the big realization and personal experience of Vrindavan? Where? Nowhere to be seen. Bluffers, paradeuses. That's what I see. So why not go where we got the winning hand here. Straight flush. Royal flush. Vrindavan is royalty. We're scaring Sachi a little bit. Sorry there. He's getting a little nervous.
Yeah, I guess that's what you're doing. I'm about ready to go off camera. It's like,
just go off camera,
Just start your day being yelling and stuff. It's intense.
That's right. That's why I go off camera. That way I can yell all to my heart's content. I love it, man. And you'll love it too, man. Once you get over your scream, this is why you back out all the time, man.
Well,
I back in, man. I just back in and never back out.
Well, I have a question. What's the difference between backing out and falling down? Probably nothing.
You're right. Probably nothing. So keep getting up. Like everybody get up. Show your oats that you're a fighter. You're a Rocky Marciano, man, from the Rocky movie. You get up until you're running up on top of that, on top of the, hill over there.
All I know is that when I go to this temple and they have kirtans, certain kirtans, that's where I freaking get my bhakti. So
great. Good. Excellent. That's where we prepare you for the kirtan.
You can badmouth this other thing, but I don't pay attention to that. I don't hang around for that. I go for the kirtan.
Good. Yes. So we're not bad-mouthing the kirtan. We're not bad-mouthing anything, actually. We're just washing our mouths out with soap. Okay, read this, Tom.
Yeah, transcendental potency. Yeah, yours says it as transcendental potency, but I don't feel that. Starting my day at really early with the yelling, I don't feel the transcendental part. It's just how it is for me. That's because I'm trying to make my life I'm trying to make life be the best it can be, and I'm not having an easy time right now. So the yelling is, I just associate it with the,
Well, anyway, why don't you just go off a little bit? Go off. Just go
I just
off.
did, I just went off.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Just go off and take as much as you can. It's fine. Okay, go ahead. Read this, Tom.
Freddy Boutzen. Religious asuras, you find them in every situation. Polished external worshippers who are expert in controlling their followers, all in the name of God.
Yeah, and so anyway, this is okay for neophytes, because they're getting their start. But we're here to help people become free. Do you want to be set free? See, this is the thing. Even religion, that's why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, abandon all varieties of religion. But you can only do that when you get association of those who've abandoned all varieties of religion. I don't get my purification by religion. I get it by intimate relating to the Lord, chanting the Lord's name, and experiencing the result of that, which is loving Krishna. It's like Krishna said, we just read this. Krishna says, if you know people, they're doing things without knowing why they're doing it. You can ask, if anybody asks, okay, you ISKCON devotee, why are you chanting Hare Krishna? You'll get different answers. Well, I don't know. You can find out you ask them. I think very rarely will somebody say, well, I'm chanting Hare Krishna so I can awaken love of God, because that's the whole point of chanting Hare Krishna, is so that love of God awakens. That's perfection. Now, if everybody really knew that, they would be looking, where's my guru who chants Hare Krishna with love of God awakened with the symptoms? They don't ask that. They don't even know. Their gurus don't know, or maybe none of them know. Or maybe some may know in name only, but they don't have the experience yet. But the followers, they don't know, because, why are you serving Krishna? Why are you chanting his name? And I've got different answers. Well, one person said, well, it's just to serve. I said, what is Krishna consciousness about? Serve, just to be, serve, what for? Okay. See, Lord Chaitanya came and taught. It's right there in the book, why he even took initiation from a guru. He took initiation from Ishvara Puri. He says, you got love of God. I want to chant like that. I want the payment of love of God. See? So that's guru. He's the first guru. What am I doing? I'm just telling people, see, that's the whole point of chanting Hare Krishna, so that love of God awakens in you. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Hare Krishna. Ah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So the book says that, and I say that. Why? Because that's my experience. Chanting Hare Krishna, and this love, this spontaneous love for Krishna awakens sometimes, often now. And I think, wow, this is what it's all about. I haven't found anything better than that. That's never my whole reason for chanting and serving Krishna is the payment of loving Krishna. What's wrong with that? It's better than asking for the payment. Well, I'll serve you, Krishna. I'll chant your name, and because I want this boat, I want a boat, I want a position, I want to be Gurudev, I want this, I want that. How about, well, I want love for you. I'll follow in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya. This works. Even if you want these other things, ultimately you'll come to this understanding. It's all about this. Chant Hare Krishna so that you get the awakening of devotion to the Lord. Karuna Sindhu says, you're not alone, Mary Sachi. Yeah, you guys, same boat. You're purifying my sweet, and the yelling does not sound clear. The yelling does not. I don't get that. It's not yelling, it's transcendental potency to penetrate the heart, yeah. I love the heightened energy. Yeah, man, I don't know, it's energy, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Heightened energy. Okay. Go ahead, read on there, Tom.
Can I?
Yeah.
I just want to express. I
Can
feel,
you just do it, man? Don't
I
ask
express.
anything. Just express, man. I don't like wimps, man. Show you're a man.
Ah,
I already heard some complaints there. They said, Tom, he's so wimpy sometimes. Be a man, man. Go out there.
okay.
All right.
What I feel is everybody has this personal obstacles to progress. There are some obstacles they have to overcome, and it's very individual, and it's very distracting, and everyone is approaching from their angle. That's all, and it feels very easy, very like the burden falls off when we are actually able to approach and to come near to the source, more relishing the source and not the obstacles.
Yeah. Come here. Your obstacles will become popsicles. I wrote a poem like that 20 years ago. Obstacles become popsicles. Go ahead there. Read on.
He had taken away her distress. He had taken away her distress.
So that's it. This is called effective devotional service, man. Yeah, when the Lord takes away your distress, now you know where to go. You're not going to, Trump, please take away my distress. Biden, take away my distress. Oh, Fauci, give me something to take away my distress, and your distress increases. See? Because that's what Maya does. She's always cheating us. Oh, Guru Dev out there in religion and the religious Vaishnavism. Oh, Guru Dev, take away my distress. And your distress is still there. I told you that story. I went from, guy was a disciple of Japa, I think, and he was staying in Mayapur and in distress. And then we took a taxi back to the airport. And I talked to him a little bit, and then we chanted together. And he said, I was in Mayapur for 3 friggin' months, and I was miserable, distressed still. And I just chanting with you here, and I feel so relieved. Thank you. It was like he couldn't get rid of the fire. So I'm not saying everybody's like that, but are you like that? Is your distress going in your association? See, because the real devotees and associate of the Lord represent that transcendental Lord nicely, properly, and your distress should be going. If not, you're either a lousy disciple still, and you'll become better if you just stick around, or you're you've got the guru who is not really qualified on this platform. They're not very, high quality, high class. High class is devotee class. That's all. Do you have devotee class, guru? That's the main thing. Are they a spontaneous lover of Krishna or not? See, very simple. Yes or no? See, true or false question. Makes it easy, right? True or false? Do they actually have spontaneous love of God? Can you see it? Have they proved it to you to show that they are qualified? See? Because if they are qualified and God gives you the intelligence to be with them, you're going to also get that. It's not like, the spiritual master. This is so powerful. This is so beyond this Vaidhi thing. People think, well, is a person a qualified disciple, of a real guru? Or, it's like, hey man, is your guru qualified? Are you just willing, just to hang around? Are you inspired by that Lord inside your heart, man, to be there? That's all that's required. I don't care who you are. You could have murdered millions of people. You come here, you'll become a decent person, because my Lord will awaken your heart and he'll just take you out of being that kind of genocider. You'll be a right person, like he's done to so many. The hunter, he used to kill animals and torture them, and he met Narada Muni, see, who represented the real Lord, and he became a good person, decent person, automatic, wasn't thinking, trying to be. He just had love of Krishna awakened because he had a proper guru, a real guru. He started to chant Hare Krishna with ecstatic devotion, and everything started to come to him nicely, easily. Because hey man, highest, you want to know, I'll just tell you directly, the world, you religionists, you Vaides, you ISKCON people, you want to please the Lord in the greatest way, in the highest way, and there is no other highest way, is you listen to his real representatives of Vrindavan. And then you'll learn how to please the Lord very quickly in the greatest of all ways, and you will know it. And you will share it with others as a witness, because nobody else practically knows. You'll be one of the few who know Krishna. You come here, you'll be one of the few who know Krishna in truth. This is the power of this Sangha here. A devotee went to Prabhupada and said, how many people know Krishna really in truth? Oh, that's like going up into outer space and finding a log floating out there in infinity. Eh?
Only this is completely fulfilling. The rest is partly fulfilling, but only this is completely fulfilling. It's complete.
Yeah. Yeah, that completion, it's all about completion. Complete in Krishna. We are not complete until we are in that Lord, man. Getting satisfaction, like Duki became Sukhi, intensely serving the Lord and finding happiness in the Lord, in his name, practically. How many of your leaders find happiness in Krishna? Because if they have, it'll be all over their face.
Ah.
It'll be all over their eyes, squirting tears. They have to have this. Otherwise, they're not qualified. They got to have two. One for the nose, one for the eyes. Otherwise, people say, ooh, yuck. See? Have we been dramatic enough here to make
Ah.
You feel the energy, Amy?
Oh, yes. Oh yes.
Amy says, replying to River, I love this yelling because I too am feeling very strongly about many things. Oh boy, she's going to be a lion. Whoa! I can't help it. I get a little excited, man. Passionate, It's either be passionate for God, for Krishna, or you're going to be passionate from some stupid woman or man, some pus, blood, and mucus thing. Better to be passionate for the transcendental Lord, Radha and Krishna, right? Our lordships. So you choose, man. You want to be passionate and become a fool, dancing fool in the hands of a man or woman, or a dancing ecstatic fool in front of the Radha and Krishna. You choose. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Boy, I really feel fired up now. I can understand when somebody is operating in this marginal area and not giving the full the full message, and they cannot deliver the full happiness. But it's very marginal. Yeah, you can do this, you can do this to make some progress, but you have to do it this way and this way, and there are more and more what's the name? More and more conditionings, additional conditioning. When I feel some additional conditionings, then I really get mad. Then they promise you to progress, and then they accumulating additional conditionings, and they are sucking your energy and sucking your money, and doing things behind your back. No, that's really,
Enough.
yes.
Yeah, we just cut right to the chase, man. There, people are talking about unconditional love, and they never friggin' get it. Unconditional love, unconditional love. No. It's called conditional love. Condition, one condition. Krishna, Radha. Our love is based on the condition of Radha and Krishna. See? Absorption in them. You get real love. See? Because they're embodiments of it, embodiments of, the source of everything.
Yes, just come to the source. Cut the crap.
Cut the crap, man. Cut the cut the shaft. Throw the shaft. All these
Cut
these
the conditionings and the
things.
gradual things. So you can come here and get it very fast.
Isn't that what they do? In churches and in temples, in the Vaishnava thing, same thing. It's the same bullshit. I mean, it's okay. It's religion. Yeah. You serve your guru, man. Serve, work, and then you'll get your blessing. What is that blessing? Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll give you a girl or a wife or a husband. Maybe temple commander. Maybe we'll make you sannyas or guru someday if you kiss ass enough. Yeah, it's called religion. Okay, you start. Okay, you're thinking about Krishna and all that here. See,
they're like vampires. They're just, but they are very sneaky. They drain you very little by little. They drain you like vampires.
Yeah.
And they,
yeah. So Prabhupada said this is the not very high quality gurus. Yeah, Nectar Devotee, he talks about it. He nicely said it. And we'll say it nicely. Not very high quality. Okay. High quality is find out where is Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya really using somebody to deliver your buttocks. Where is that going on? Can you feel it? Just want to scare Sachi a little more. Get it. Let's get it. Let's drive it out of her. Drive out all those things. Yes, it's a very great point. If you are going to be passionate for God. Yeah, that's transcendental. See, this is what people, why are you yelling and all that? That's all the bullshit in you there, Sachi, and anybody else. Don't you understand? Passion is also in the spiritual world. Here is passion also. You can even see Christians who are overcome by the Spirit, become very passionate in their preaching on the stage. I love it. I've always loved it. I love it when Jesus said passionately, I'm the way, the life, and the truth, and no one comes to the Father but by me. I love it, man. That's guru. You don't have one of those. You got a low quality guru, man. Not very effective. This is effective here. You'll see the passion of spiritual world. You'll see the love of the spiritual world, the ecstasy of serving Krishna intimately. Everything. How thrilling it is. How comedic it is. How playful it is sometimes. Everything. And this is the greatest show on earth. Look at you guys here for 2 hours and 10 minutes already. No problem. And I started late. Got up a little bit late. It happens sometimes.
Not lukewarm. Not
lukewarm, man. We serve Krishna with gusto. I mean, I just feeling it. You think I can't muster up this on my own? Krishna lays his lips on me. I lay my lips on him, and we're just kissing, man. This is the song that comes out. You didn't know this was a love affair, did you? He lays his lips on me. I lay my lips, and we give a good smack, passionate smack. And who knows what'll come out? Some kind of song. It's just playing flute. That's all that's happening here. Did you think there was something else going? No, it's just flute playing, I'm just the flute, he's the blower, we're just kissing. You ever see those lips on the silver flute? There are lips on it, right? And who puts their lips? The guy who blows on the flute, right? Well, this is transcendental thing going on, that's the meaning. No one has ever said this before, by the way. Nobody's explained this, but this is true, isn't it? That's the meaning of Krishna's flute playing. He had his devotee is the flute, the surrendered devotee, man. And that's how he plays the song of God. Referring, here, read this, Tom.
Amy Rose, referring to this as the greatest show on earth, has now become the understatement of the century.
See, appreciating it. That's good. You see, at least we got some people appreciating our show here. This is just flute playing. That's all it is. Flute and flautist. That's all you're seeing here. Nothing else. Just flute playing. Go ahead, read on there. Give us some more.
I turned out on the heating here. I want more fire. Hare Krishna. Having bathed the Lord, accompanied by the chanting of the Vedic mantras, the devotees dried his body. His body. It says his body. The devotees dried his body. The real, yeah. Hare Krishna.
Read that all again.
Having bathed the Lord, accompanied by the chanting of the Vedic mantras, the devotees dried his body.
Yeah, that's how it is. When we're chanting Hare Krishna, you're getting the same result. When you come here, that's why you're going to become better than expert Brahmins here, because you'll chant Hare Krishna, or the pastimes, whatever. That's the body of the Lord. Body of the Lord are his pastimes in his name. See? Accompanied by the Vedic mantras. It's simultaneous, man. The Vedic mantra is his body. Hare Krishna. See? So you're bathing the Lord. And how do you see? You realize all this when the tears come, because the tears are bathing. See, that's the water there. His body is the name and the pastimes. You're getting the result that these persons are getting no different. No different. It's like you were there in Mayapur, bathing the body of the Lord 550 years ago. That's what you're going to get here. This is a treasure you're going to get here. That's a treasure I have, man. Chanting the names of Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya, and bathing those names, that body, with tears and laughter and ecstasy and trembling and all of this. Perfect satisfaction of the Lord. I have not found any better satisfaction than that. And I am not ashamed to preach it passionately to the world. There is no greater treasure or happiness or wealth. What I've got here is my wealth, and I pay it forward, and I'm giving it out to others. That is my work. That is my duty, my great pleasure to the world, and make you more wealthy than 1 million Bill Gates here There's no reason to envy those wealthy elites here, because what's given here is 1,000,000 times better than what they got. They can buy their little islands. They think they're going to get away from all that, and you'll see they'll go by the wayside. Bye-bye. But you guys will live on forever here. You're getting real wealth. You'll be bathing just like you will feel it's non-different. You're in the pastimes, man. You're bathing that Lord. That Lord is this name, man, this book that he's reading here. This is God, man. This is Krishna. This is Lord Chaitanya. This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See? Now that's what you're going to learn here, how to bathe the Lord where you're in the pastimes, man. This is the greatest treasure here. There ain't none other. This is worth giving up all these rules, regulations, and gurus even. If that's in the way and they're in the way, if they're adverse to this kind of service to God, give it up! Don't be an idiot! How many times you get an opportunity like this? I'm feeling really expressed today, man. I feel like just letting go, man.
Oh, yes. Give me this warmth coming from here, from this source. Oh, my. They dressed him in fresh new clothes. They dressed him in fresh new clothes and smeared his exquisite transcendental body with fragrant sandalwood paste. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna. I was thinking here in this climate, it's cold out. It's warm. It's cold outside, and in that climate, it was warm outside. So putting this sandalwood paste and it's cooling, but here it's in this kind of climate. I just want to have more warmth.
Yeah, good.
Maybe I have to change my. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Maybe I have to buy a sauna or something. They dressed him in fresh new clothes and smeared his exquisite transcendental body with fragrant sandalwood paste. They cleaned Lord Vishnu's throne, and after everything was arranged properly, the Lord sat there.
This is the sacrifice. See, they cleaned Lord Vishnu's throne. Lord Vishnu is the heart, man. See, this is what you're going to get. You're going to learn how to clean the throne, and nobody knows. They think cleaning the throne is some external thing with some rules, but the throne remains polluted. Look at like Daksha. He's doing this big sacrifice. Oh, baby. And the throne remains untouched. See, it's all external, even the big demigods. That's why you demigods, they don't mean anything to me. Yeah, but you don't even know how to clean the throne. Look at Dakshas. You represent the demigods. They don't know. Demigods would, if they're smart, they want to learn how to clean the throne. Like these devotees here are cleaning God's throne. And only with the tears, only with real bhakti, ecstatic devotion cleans that throne. See, everything is done. This is all the ingredients of the sacrifice are in the chanting of the holy name with ecstasy, with love and devotion. The tears are there. That's the water, right? The name is there. See, that's God's body. So they got the tears, the water. You got the body of the Lord. See, and you got the ecstasy. That's, the Lord's, that's the fragrance, the happiness of God, man. And the throne gets clean. And there you go. You've abandoned all varieties of rituals. You don't need them anymore. All you need is Hare Krishna in ecstasy and bliss. That's the great treasure. You've attained God. Nothing else to do but pay it forward now and to enjoy this bliss while you're here and anywhere in the universes. You're free, man, set free forever. There's too much trouble, man, to come here, and to to understand what life is really about. You know how many people, they spend all their lives, oh, I'm so busy doing this and doing this and doing this. And then they die not knowing what life is really about. And here every day, I'm learning what life is really about. I love it, man. More and more clarity. Oh, life is about this. It just gets more clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel this bhakti plant, yeah, the bhakti creeper. Now the energy goes to where it's rooted, where it's connected to the parampara, and that's bringing the real nourishment, and not the superficial external things, but the the main thing, the essential point of the bhakti plant, bhakti creeper, is where it's connected. Is it connected purely without interference? Is it really connected to the parampara, to the main vein?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and for like Amy, she doesn't need anything. She doesn't need to do this or do that. Just by her enjoy, and this goes for everybody. If you enjoy the energy, the potency, the glorification of the Lord, that's perfect. That's it. It's not about you have to do. Everything will happen spontaneously. You don't have to be motivated by some external person here or anything. What I'm looking for, wow, she really likes hearing about Krishna. She likes it. It's inspiring her. Oh, that's what the Lord's looking. Are you inspired by him? Because I'm inspired. That's why I'm speaking. That's all, Lord. There's nothing you need to do, Amy. Don't let even anybody in the Sangha say, well, you should do this and do this or share. Just be inspired and the Lord will inspire you to do. You don't have to be motivated by external. And that person, that might be saying, maybe you should listen. I mean, really listen and get like that. She's the example there. People like that natural, right? You listen attentively, and then the Lord in the heart awakens. That's what it's all about. Okay? And then the song becomes spontaneous and pure. Not materially motivated or motivated to make converts and all that. No. So listen, really, this is it, man. Listen attentively, relish these words, relish the name, relish hearing the vibration. It all comes from that. If you enjoy, you want others to enjoy. See, it's not a thing of want. If I'm enjoying, others will enjoy that. If they're facing this, they will enjoy. Okay, anyway, go ahead. Read on.
I have some back music. They cleaned Lord Vishnu's throne. After everything was arranged properly, the Lord sat there upon that throne, which was truly his.
Yeah, and you see, that's what it is. We need to have that Lord sitting on the throne, and that's what you experience personally. You'll see, the Lord is sitting on his throne now. See, and you feel you know your position. This is God's throne. I'm his servant. I'm here to present the deity to the world. See, that deity is Krishna's name as it is, and the happiness of serving the Lord on a transcendental way like that. Presenting the conclusive truth as it is. Okay? Presenting the Lord as he is into the world, not because you want some reason and motive and all that. No, just present it as he is. Just show the deity. Show the deity. Like they go around in Vrindavan, they carry these deities around. Then that's all ritual usually. You're just carrying the deity, showing people. They don't even know what it means. Showing the deity is, man, show his name. Show Radha. Show the deity. The deity is not just Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, or just the statue. You show the feeling. Now you got the whole name is complete with Radha, devotion. Show that you feel God because she feels God. See, but you can't show it unless you got it, unless she's in you. This is the treasure you get from real devotees is real devotion to realize the real Krishna. Otherwise, all external, all just, ceremonies and rituals and, it's like paganism,
Yes. You're pushing away all the lukewarm interference.
Yeah.
Pushing away all the lukewarm interference.
Yeah. Exactly. Go ahead.
Yes, okay. The Lord sat there upon that throne, which was truly his. Lord Nityananda held the umbrella.
I like that word, truly. See, the heart is truly his, and a lot of people don't know it. See, the modes are in the hearts of people: passion, ignorance, even goodness. But you know what that does? It blocks us from knowing that this heart is actually his. It belongs to the Lord. See, this is why devotees automatically become non-possessive of the world. They realize, well, the heart, this is yours, Lord. Therefore, everything else is yours. See, that's called freedom, man. These guys, and I use you, Bill Gates, and all you guys, just as a point of preaching, because that's why they feel they gotta possess everything. They're not. They feel afraid because not everything is controlled. They need to track and trace everything. Can you see how miserable existence that is? How it's like illusion. Everything is already tracked and traced, man, by the Lord. Everything is renewed by the Lord. You don't need to be excessive. These people, in the name of climate change. I mean, I'll just show you how crazy it is. In the name of climate change, they're destroying the earth. Can you imagine? These guys, I'm telling you the truth, man. This government, they're setting fires to the forest in the name of climate change. The claim of keeping things green. They're burning everything up. They're polluting everything. They're poisoning our waters. They're poisoning the temples here, the bodies, putting fluoride in the water. They tell you to get this, but they never tell people and teach them right. Oh, by the way, eat nicely. Don't eat all that. You ever see what's in people's shopping baskets? You can see they're really like unhealthy and everything. They even look at and they just go and fill up there with all these sugary cereals and soda pops and all this. And what does the government do? Doesn't tell them, oh, you shouldn't be eating. Oh yeah, smoke all the cigarettes. It's FDA and all that stuff. See? So, all in the name. This is Maya. This is the illusory energy. See, this is why people get caught up in it. Anyway, I don't see any practical way out of this, and neither did Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said 550 years ago, chanting the holy name, and especially in the society of his devotees that are real devotees, who have real they've cleaned the throne, and the throne is awakened, and the Lord is sitting there. And you can see that Radha and Krishna are in there. They got the visible symptoms that the Lord is living in their heart. Visibly, not bullshittedly, not bluffingly, not pretendingly, not pretentiously. You see the Lord is in there. See, you become clear and safe and saved, and the Lord will help you in every way. He'll become exactly what Jesus said, your counselor. See? That's why I just share with you. The Lord shows me these things. He shows me, he puts things across this and that, and I share that with you, even on the physical level. How to survive physically in this world. If he shows you too, he should be showing you by. If the Lord is sitting in your heart, he'll show you what he shows me. Why not? The Lord protects his devotees. Isn't that? We read that yesterday. I love that statement. The Lord protects his devotees. I could say that all day long. The Lord protects his devotees. Thank you, Lord. Make me your devotee, man. Protect me. Because these guys certainly can't. All they do is want to give me trouble. All the world wants to do is mislead me. All the religionists do too. I spent 5 years in ISKCON being misled. I mean, if you consider being led to God on the Vaidhi level, if that's enough for you, it was never enough for me. I came already on another platform. I wanted to be led by inside the Lord taking his throne. When I chanted Hare Krishna, the Lord took, nobody could, this is the problem. This is the great happiness, the great boon that people are getting here. When I came, I chanted Hare Krishna ecstasy. There we go. Love of Krishna was right there the very first day. I read Chaitanya Charitamrita, the tears were pouring out of my eyes. I love that. I found this is my tribe. And no one supported that. All I got was from the temple president. How dare you cry before the deities? See, kill the spirit, man. Kill the spirit. That's why abandon all varieties religion. When you can't do it until you get this situation, man. I wish I had this situation. People don't know how fortunate they are. I had not this, no one supported love of Krishna. I had it the very first friggin' day. I with tears of pouring. I was, Krishna, I got you. And immediately somebody came out and smacked me. The Kamsas in religion. Hypocritical religionists. Who didn't know that the Krishna consciousness movement is all about attaining love of Krishna. They didn't know. They still don't know. Therefore, that's why I got through somehow or other. I made it. Krishna is alive and on his throne, man. And he's not getting off. Radha's there too. And they're going to want to teach the real purpose of Krishna consciousness movement. Is what I had the very first day. And it took me a big struggle through the Maya, with no support really, other than Prabhupada's books. Don't get angry at me, but American people, because of what they eat, very unhealthy, are the most overweight in the world. And now can I also see the same happening here in Germany with men? Yeah, of course. Yeah, overweight and all these things. But, what are you going to do? Okay? So this is the best solution, actually. See, because, you come here, get Krishna seated in the heart, and he'll help us in all ways. Yeah. Yeah, and Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, the empowerment, the real Shakti, the real power comes from this source, being empowered and motivated by the source, and not the external things. They are not they are only distractive. They are not really giving you the real fire.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like fat people, skinny people, all that. The main thing is get the mercy. That's the main thing. Because if you're a fat person and you've been living on all that garbage in there, and you come to Sadhu Sangha, and then the Lord is so powerful, man. He really is. If he sees you're sincere, and that you really want him, he'll very much give himself to you as you are. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be skinny, eat the perfect diet. Matter of fact, if a fat person comes here or a skinny person comes here and they take to heart what we're doing here and how important it is, the Lord will give himself to bet more than a perfect sannyasi who's following all the rules and regulations, and they're really nice and strong and perfect body, ripped and all that stuff. But you'll get more. Not to say we shouldn't take care of ourselves. But, you know, the bottom line is this is the most important thing. And Narada taught this. He said, even if you don't follow your duties in the world, you know, prescribed duties perfectly, if you make progress on this path, is better. You know, you'll find that this is the most important. You know, I don't perfectly follow all my duties in the world and all that. I've neglected a lot of stuff. But I realized this. Okay, you know, I'm never going to be perfect anyway, you know, trying to do everything right and perfectly. I'm just going to keep worshiping the Lord, you know, like the Bhagavatam said, you know, and do the best I can in the world. You know?
It's irrelevant to be balanced and in exactly the right proportions in the superficial, in the mundane. It's far more important to have this connection, to be rooted in this empowerment.
Yeah. Well, you know, you heard that when he said, when you wash the deity with water, even in meditation, can you imagine when the tear comes, you're washing Krishna's name with one tear, it protects you from Yamaraj. People are doing their duties and all that, and they never cry for Krishna or God, maybe. And so they don't get protected from this Yamaraj. Yamaraj, he's in charge of the good and bad. See, devotional tears for God, love for God, it puts you in a whole nother classification. You're beyond this good and evil. You're beyond that. Now you're understanding even a little bit of what the devotional path is. What is the path of the spiritual world? It's like, you know, the pastimes with Ajamil. Ajamil chanted in distress. Yeah, and he was a very sinful person, even though he was a Brahmin. But anyway, he chanted the name of Krishna or Narayan in distress, and he was calling for his son. And some tears came too, obviously, because he's in distress, you know. But and the Vishnu Dutas from the spiritual dimension came and assisted him and protected him from Yamaraj's Yamadutas. They couldn't take him. They cut the rope. So I'm sorry, man. You know, he worshipped the Lord with some tears, even though he's calling for his son. That was enough to free him from your grip. So, hey, stay away. Can you imagine the shelter people get in this Sangha? And proof is practically, the Lord protects me personally and many others here from a lot of this bullshit going on in the world. You can see who's bullshitting, who's lying to you. So you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to believe in them. Like, you see how many people complying and believing in the authorities? The authorities are, you know, the Lord said right there in the Bible, he's sending strong deception on the world. You notice that? Strong treachery, deception, and deceit is on the world now. But he protects his devotees. See? And the devotees can see it. Yeah, go ahead.
I really feel this. If there are really these genuine tears, yes, all the other external empowered puffed up leaders, they just paralyze. They can do anything. If there are these genuine tears, they can, even if it's a judge or something, they have to bow for this. This is more powerful than anything.
Yeah, it's because it's the Lord's spiritual potency. Maybe our bodies maybe not protected, but our soul is. This is why Jesus, when he said, don't fear those who can destroy the body, fear those who can destroy the soul. See, that's the hypocrites, the liars, the cheaters. And if you believe them, then they get your body, and they also, you know, they hold your soul down. See, that's why I had to abandon religion. I had to abandon this Vaishnava thing. I had to, not the Vaishnava, the real Vaishnava thing I had to take. Oh, love of Krishna, that's where it's at. I had to abandon all these people who hate bhakti, man. Why are you hating Radha and devotion? What kind of worship of God is that? Anyway, that's the low level. That's called religion. Religion doesn't know God very well. See, you got to go into this love of God. See, loving God, now the Lord is living in your heart. He's showing you, his devotee now, who he really is. See, that's what we preach, who God really is. You know, he's the God and Goddess. There's Radha and Krishna. They got to have a rasa dance in your heart. You got to see their quality. You got to see Radha's quality of bhakti, devotion. You got to see the beauty of Krishna, how they mix together, how they dance together. See? You can know all these things here. Why? Because somebody here is understanding these things. That's called guru. That's called an associate of the Lord. Otherwise, who are you associating with? Those who are not real associates yet. They're not experienced devotees experiencing this pure devotional love of God. See, so anyway, we're here to just like a laser, redirect, retarget everybody onto the true target. Love of Krishna, man. It's available now. Come hear these glorifications of the absolute truth that come from bhakti, real bhakti. See? Hear the flute playing, Here you see the flute and the Lord. They're playing. See, the Lord's playing the flute. See, and then you also become part of the orchestra. The orchestras, it's not just one flute, right? That's why it's becoming beautiful. We got many flutes here. Not only flutes, different the cellos and different things. It makes a beautiful song. This is Vrindavan. It's just flutes and the orchestra playing. What we're doing, we're practicing, right? Developing the orchestra. So the beautiful song is played in this world. The song of God, the true God, Krishna, Vrindavan. The Vrindavan song. I believe you are right when you say, here, read this, Tom.
David Beeman. I believe you are right when you say the fastest way to spiritual advancement is association with advanced devotees. Was there any advanced devotees who purified you besides Janaki Devidasi? Hari Kamala.
No, Janaki, she purifies me every day. She's a good servant of Radha and Krishna. I haven't had anybody else but Janaki, actually. She keeps a stick in her hand to make sure I behave. Sachi too, she keeps a stick in her hand so that I'm well behaved. Although I don't often I disregard the stick. I move it away. Okay. You know what? I think that's enough for now. I need to move around a little bit since light is up. We had enough fun for a while here. My voice is, I don't want to yell anymore. I think all you guys are keeping me in order here. Okay, it was fun. Huh? We had a lot of fun. It was everything in here: comedy, thriller, horror. Entertainment.
It has to be dynamic, yes.
Dynamic, yeah.
Yes. It really makes me. I want to be warm, to be lubricant. That energy flows. This dynamism.
Yeah. Yes, and let's see who else. Yes, Karuna Sindhu is going live at 3:20 UK time. Okay. for Sachi is a little horrifying. That's good. You got to have some horrifying horror in your transcendental horror. That's one of the transcendental qualities. Actually, is horror. It says that in Nectar of Devotion. When they looked at Putana, they were like horrified.
It's an awakening energy. It awakens this horror. Yeah. It makes you aware.
Yeah. Either you get this horrifying here, or you get the horror out there. You're going to have the horror of what's going on in the world. You see people going, they're horrified what's going on out. Might as well be horrified here, like, oh, what did he say today? Oh my God, he's actually said that. Oh, better be horrified by what you hear here sometimes. Then otherwise you're going to be horrified what they're doing out there, man. It is one horror show, man.
Yeah. It's part of this amazing grace, this horrifying. It's part of it. It's connected to amazed.
Yeah, it's part of it. Hey, man, you get the book here. We throw the book at you. It's all about, otherwise you just, you read the Nectar of Devotion. Oh, very nice book. You put it down. You don't understand it. Better to see some of this stuff, man, these transcendental emotions, right? You get to see them expressed and all that, man. Hey, man, now you got a role model. You see where it's all going. Nobody knows otherwise. Oh, nice book. Let's put it on the shelf. Okay, guys. Hare Krishna. Have a nice morning.